Krohun Gaming. What's up, guys? The final video here, and we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 videos in to the tier 6, and this one is the Rushing Jade Wind, Invoke Zuen, the White Tiger, and the Chi Torpedo tier. And I gotta say, it's kind of sad, but actually this is gonna be sad for everyone. Invoke Zuen, the White Tiger is the only option. Like, Rushing Jade Wind hits like a wet slipper, and kind of, 30-second cooldown, 2 chi, and it hits for 29k and increases the spinning crane kick damage by 30%. Spinning crane kick hits for nothing, basically. So this does nothing. Like, it would need to hit for around about, like, it would need to stay on the tooltip about 150k, at least. Maybe a bit more than that, actually. 100, let's say 160, no, let's say 180k, because that would be about 80k AoE or whatever on targets that you hit with it, and it's a 30-second cooldown. It costs 2 chi, so it'd be a bit more than Blackout Kick, but it would be AoE, alright? And then it would be kind of viable, right? Then, we'd sit on a viable area. But what it actually does is nothing compared to that, 29k, and that's not including resilience, so it would be reduced down to about 10k, and then you're like, what the hell? Well, 10, maybe 15k if you're lucky. It's less than that. It's probably about 12, but then you obviously have your, actually we'll talk about Chi Torpedo. Chi Torpedo, right? This is kind of viable for Mistweaver more than anything, because it actually, the healing increases or whatever, but it does 17k damage and 18k healing. That 17k damage turns into about 7k damage. What the hell? How is that even a damage thing? You can roll twice, because you have to take tigers just against like 90% of comps, and even if you have 3 rolls, it still isn't really that much, because when you think about it, you do it 3 times, and then it's going to be like a total of 17k total damage. It was like, what the hell? Like, this crap. Maybe 20k damage, I don't know. And then you also have the heal, and that's alright, but except the damage breaks, paralysis, sheep, anything that breaks on damage breaks from Chi Torpedo, which isn't really fair in a way. And obviously the heal's alright, but you kind of want it to do actually healing and damage. So I would say for them to make it viable, they would need to triple the healing and triple the damage, and then people would take it over Zuen, because Zuen's actually a damage cooldown which we don't have apart from Tiger Eye Brew, compared to Warriors, where they're like a million different damage increasing cooldowns they have and whatever else. But onto Zuen. Zuen's actually really shit as well, but he's the best out of the 3 shit things. Like, our 90 tier is actually probably the worst out of the whole of all classes in the game, and it's kind of annoying because we're the new class, so surely it would be better. I don't know, like Rushing Jade Wind and Chi Torpedo. Well, Chi Torpedo should probably in tier 1. Tiger's Lust should be baseline, and Rushing Jade Wind should probably be just baseline as well. So Tiger's Lust and Rushing Jade Wind should probably just be given out for free, and Chi Torpedo should replace Tiger's Lust, and then in the last 2 other slots should be like a crane and a flying serpent, and then we'd actually have a thing. And then the flying serpent heals, and the crane increases single target damage, and Zuen does AoE damage, and then the threat from Zuen should go to the tank, whatever, and same with the DPS thing. It should increase the AoE, the single target threat for the tank of the crane, and then that would help out tanking a lot. So there you go. I've just proved, worked out pretty much how you should fix it. But all the same, Zuen breaks, puts dots on everything, so you have to take the paralysis glyph, and if he's still close, sometimes it will just dot the person you paralyzed anyway, and that's really annoying. It has, since they done some fixes to it, it has been better, but it still goes on the target that you're not targeting, and it just goes on whoever you've last damaged. So if you're trying to get to someone, he's still doing damage to the other guy, and if you want to CC him, it doesn't really matter, because he's just going to attack them anyway. It's really frustrating, but it is 72k damage over 5 seconds, and he will do that. So if you worked it out, 9 times 72k is the maximum amount of damage you can do to one target over the duration if he has full uptime. So if you was to get your calculator out, it would be something around, oh god, it would be 720k ish, well, less than that, probably about 650k damage. Obviously it's really slow output, but at the same time it is quite good. Like, it does spread damage, it does help put pressure out. If you're playing with a DK, as soon as the DK pops his cooldowns, you pop Zoo in, even if you haven't got your Tigers brew up, you just pop Zoo in, and he helps the AoE spread damage, and it just kind of rots people, and that's what it's really good for. He's good for rotting people. It does, like, if you're going on a target and then the healer has to only heal himself, he screws them. Like, he spreads damage to everyone else, and it might not be a lot, because when you think about it, this is before Resi, so he's going to do like 650k damage before Resi, and then so you take 65% of that off, and if you just say 50 so it was easy, it'd be probably somewhere around 300k damage, and that's on everyone roughly. Let's say it hits to everyone, and obviously, you know, that's kind of prayer mending will bounce that up over 45 seconds if it's a priest kind of thing, but it does help with the pressure, because it means the priest actually has to actively heal everyone, and it makes a big difference. Obviously, also on the target you're going on, you know, that amount of damage on that target over the duration of the 45 seconds is going to help build pressure. He isn't actually great. Like, this is something that a lot of people don't get. Zuin isn't great. He adds numbers, and he's better in RBGs and stuff, but he just is a pressure increasing tool. He just helps put pressure. Like, it's kind of easy to out heal him, but he does help get rid of some of the heals that's going out. He's not something that you could be like, oh, he's gonna help pop, I'm gonna pop my Swifty one shot and add Zuin in. It's like, Zuin isn't gonna help that much. It's like, you know, somebody poking, like a normal hunter's pet hits harder than Zuin, and Zuin's a cooldown. Like, that's the difference. That's like the massive difference on it. But it's that Zuin hits everyone, and the normal hunter pet hits one guy, and it's probably better just to hit one guy a lot of the time. Seems Zuin likes to break stuff. For him to be better, I'd say they'd need to increase his damage by a bit. On the target he's focusing, and then you can still have the dot damage if they still want it to break random crap, but just increase the damage he does on the single target stuff, and then it'll help a lot. Apart from that, I don't think they're going to do much. I don't think they're actually going to change Zuin, but it'd be really nice if they did. And like I said, Chi Torpedo isn't really worth it, Russian Jade Wind isn't worth it, but I will say Chi Torpedo increases your range by a tiny amount. And that tiny amount, if you know you're going to get trained the whole game, take Chi Torpedo. If you're never going to get to use, like, a good time to use Zuin, and you may as well just try and stay alive and let your partner kill someone. Especially if you're playing with a rogue who can solo, like, maybe a priest against Fugcleave, and you know you're going to get trained, you just take Chi Torpedo, you just run away, you heal yourself up while using Chi Torpedo. You're probably, you know, you might break paralysis or blind or whatever, but I think the you surviving thing is probably more important. You take Chi Torpedo, still take Tiger's Lust though, so you can get out of roots, because, you know, that Hunter's Web, man, is so OP. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little series where I talked to you about the talents of my choices and stuff. If you did, feel free to thumbs it up. It will really help a lot. Like, a lot of people don't really get it so much, but it will allow, basically, on the ranking system on YouTube, I will be put up higher so more people can see this video, so more people can click it, watch it, and then I will get more subs, more views, and then I can carry on making more videos for you guys. Otherwise, eventually, I'm gonna need to not make videos so much anymore to get a real job, as we call it. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you again soon. Goodbye!